12 brush from Anastasia, and it's a dual-ended brush. So you have your spoolie on one end and the angled brush on the other end. I'm just going to start by combing through the brow hairs to define the shape. Mine is in the shade Ebony. So Dip Brow is a very saturated product. It's like a gel liner, so I'm going to dip into it, and then with the cap, as you see here, I'm going to tap off the excess, and I'm just going to work from this to fill in my entire brow because it's very pigmented. So I'm going to start at the base of the brow, and I'm going to build some structure. So I don't start at the very front, I start right before the arch of the brow, and I connect the dots with the hairs, just like so. And then with whatever's left, I slowly pull it forward because I want the color to be a little bit softer in the front. Sorry guys, so my best friend called, so I kind of wasn't talking during this part. I'm just going to do it again. I know I'm sorry. So I'm going to come right before the arch of the brow. I'm going to create that structure at the top of the brow and pull downward. And now we have our shape going on. Same deal. Slowly pull it forward even more lightly, but I'm not going all the way to the very front of the brow. I'm gonna leave maybe like a centimeter of space there, so that area, no product at all. I'm gonna just take whatever's left on my brush and just run it through between the top of the brow and the base of the brow. And I'm not doing this super neat or anything because I'm gonna go in with powder in a moment here and kind of intensify it. I'm gonna come at the base and flip the product upward just so it's really soft, just like that. And now we're just gonna intensify it a little bit more. So this is Coastal Scents Hot Pot and Wild Raisin, and I'm gonna be mixing that with another color. This is the Coastal Scents Hot Pot in the shade Deep Roast. So with those two shades, I'm just gonna use the same angle brush. I'm just gonna mix them together. No, like, just mix them. That's literally all you do. I'm gonna comb the brow out of shape, because now you can see everywhere that you missed and where you actually need to fill in. I'm going to go in with the powder in the direction of hair growth and fill those areas in. I'm focusing the powder more so towards the tail of the brow, and then I'm going to go right over top of where we created that structure at the top of the brow with the dip brow, just to give it some more definition. Just like so. Bow. Now to comb it back into place. Still with the mixture of the powders. I'm going to have the angle point downward. I'm going to place the point at the base of the brow towards the front and do little hair-like strokes going upward. And then flip it and do the same thing that we did with the dip brow, the base, and flick upward. And you just rotate your brush in between if you feel like you need to do more hair-like strokes, if you need more like color payoff. Then you want to take a mascara. You want to make sure it's a mascara with a thinner wand. So I am going to use the Tarte's mascara. It looks like this. The key to this step, because what this is going to do is it's going to define the natural brow hairs and kind of give it more of a natural finish. It's just going to put more emphasis on the natural brow hair, which I like to do. But you just want to wipe off all the excess mascara, which I already did. And then you just want to lightly comb it through on the brow hairs. Always keep in mind your brow color though and your hair color. You just want a really light touch to this. I'm gonna like barely even touch the brow hairs because you don't want them to be like too dark. Taking an angled brush, this is just a paint brush, and I'm gonna use my Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer in the shade D. This concealer itself has a lot of coverage. You want something with more coverage, especially if you're in between brow grooming. I'm gonna clean up the brow. I mean, obviously you can see there's not too much to clean up. It's gonna come right at the base and right underneath the brow. And then pull that product downward. Now I'm going to show you how to get some faux freckles using your dip brow. So I'm just gonna use my same dip brow in the shade Ebony, no different. And I'm gonna take a stippling sponge, show you what this guy looks like. What you want to do is cut around the edges of the sponge so that way it's more rounded. Like obviously it's still square shaped, but it's like the edges are rounded so that way it creates softer finishes when you're stippling it on the face. And what I'm going to do is dip into my dip brow, tap off the excess, and stamp it on my face. So if you have anything where it's more like a chunk like that, do not go over it with the sponge because it will just kind of, it ain't cute. So I'm just gonna take some little tiny small liner brush and just flick it off. I'm gonna try pick it up and move it off the skin. We want the freckles that are gonna be the most saturated towards the inner portion of the nose and the ones that are gonna be more faint towards the outer portion. So that's why I stamp here first and then I stamp outward because there's gonna be the most product here and then less out here. Stamp in here, build it outward. Now I'm gonna do some on my chinny chin chin, really lightly and faint. What I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna take some setting powder and just use any setting powder that's your flesh tone powder. I'm just gonna lightly pat over top of them. And that's gonna give it more of an illusion of under the skin as opposed to on top of the skin and make them look more natural. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my brow tutorial and my updated freckles tutorial because I already know in the first one you probably couldn't see anything because I was back when I was filming videos on my phone. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up and share this video so more people can learn how to get eyebrows on fleek, as if there aren't already a million eyebrow tutorials out there on YouTube. Oh well. And how to get some bomb fake freckles that look real. But yeah, I know I already said this, but I'm gonna say it again. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay beautiful. Until next time, guys. Mwah. Bye.